Hello, friends. We're back with another weekly installment of 2024's Google for Education webinar series. I'm Lori Roberts, a lead learning guide at Fried Tech, and today we'll share how you can gain valuable insights and strategies for optimizing your workflow and productivity with Google tools. I've got with me today Daryl.
Hello, it's me again. I'm back and ready for action. I am an experienced designer for Fried Online. I'm excited, overjoyed, and delighted to be here with you all today. Those are my words, and I'm sticking to them.
Well,
And
hi,
we also have
Daryl.
Allison.
I am also from the Fried Online team, and I'm another learning experience specialist. I'm also overjoyed and delighted and excited to be here.
We
Those
know.
all the words you used.
Hey, it's all the words I know. So,
Yeah,
hey.
excited every time, every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know you want to access the slides from today's webinar. So please notice the short link in the upper right-hand corner, fried.tech/3-28-24. We also want to let you know that this broadcast today is being shared and recorded in English, but a Spanish version will be provided for our friends in Spanish-speaking locations. Today, we'll explore key topics, including document management and approval processes, leveraging AI for productivity, mastering time management, and maximizing your browser efficiency.
That's 4 things. We're very efficient
Or,
to be
mhm,
covering all these in 30 minutes. Can we do it?
we
Yeah, we
can do
can.
it.
We can make it happen.
So, first, let's take a look at those document management and approval processes, which are one of the best features available for Education
Mm-hmm.
Plus customers. So maybe you have an important newsletter that's going out to your school community and you want your leadership team to sign off on it. So with document approvals, you've got a virtual approve and deny stamp right at your fingertips. So Daryl, why don't you
Let's
open up
do it.
that newsletter?
Ink is very expensive nowadays, so we don't need to
It
be
is.
using stamps.
We don't need
Real
printers
stamps.
anymore.
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
So this feature works with any Google Doc, sheet, or slide. So these same steps can be applied to those other applications. So first you're going to click on File,
Okay.
and then you're looking for the stamp with
There
approval.
it is.
There it goes.
Should I click on it?
You should.
I should.
And that is the quickest way to find out if you have Education Plus. Go to File Approvals.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
Mm-hmm.
what we always use when we train. So you'll click on Make a Request in the sidebar, and
Okay.
then on that pop-up box, you'll add in
Okay.
your approvers.
Let's add Lori, of course, and my friend Allison over there.
And all of the approvers that you add in must have Education Plus for all of this to work. So if they're outside your domain and they don't have Education Plus, they're not going to get the approval notification, or they're not going to be able to see this approval process.
Good
So you
to
can
know.
see Daryl's typing in a little note in there, a little message. We can
Okay.
also add in an optional due date.
Okay. I need to send this out by tomorrow, so they
Wait
have
until the
until.
last minute, right?
That's what I do. All right. 3 p.m. by tomorrow.
We got it. And then you can also, there's a couple of other settings, allow approvers to edit the file and then lock the file
Sure.
before sending it out. If the approvers that you're listing don't already have access to the file, you'll also get a little pop up making sure that they have access. So then you'll just click send request.
Okay. Get ready for this.
And
You
then
have till
over in the
tomorrow.
panel, you'll get to see that process right there.
Look at that paper trail.
Right
Okay.
Nice.
there.
So
And
what does it
as
look
we
like?
approve, it'll put little check marks or deny. It'll show that over there on the
Okay.
side.
So let's look at it from the end of the person who received the approval.
Right. So that Allison and I will receive emails for that, but you can also find these approval processes within your Google Drive. So Daryl's in his Drive. Over on the left, he's going to click on Activity,
Okay.
and you can see
Convenient.
it's grouped in here underneath the approval process. So there is an approval
Okay.
that I sent out earlier in the week to him.
Okay. And I clicked on review.
He clicked Review to open it.
Another newsletter.
Another one. This one's different. This one's for the library. And there's that approval process at the top: approve,
Gotcha.
reject, or he can view the details of that whole approval. And
Looks
then he
about right.
can add in notes if he needs to and approve or reject that document.
Beautiful, beautiful. I approve.
You approve.
Love it.
Wonderful. Pop back over to Drive real quick and we'll show
Okay.
one more little bonus tip. In your Drive, you can also start the approval process. So
Okay.
within any file that you have edit
All right.
access
Let me go
to in
home.
your Drive, all you've got to
Okay.
do is right click on the file, go down to Share, and there's your stamp
Ah, how
approvals
convenient.
there
Okay.
again.
Good to
Nice.
know.
So a couple little options there for your document approvals.
Ah, the share tab has received another entry. Approvals. Love it. Thank you for sharing,
You're
because sharing is
welcome.
caring. All right, let's go back to my presentation here.
One more workflow option that is coming soon is signatures. So from individualized education plans to permission slips, there are so many times when you need an official signature from another user. So coming soon for Education Plus is this highly requested feature, which will make it easy to electronically request secure and legally binding e-signatures right from within Google Docs.
Mm-hmm.
These are all compliant with many industry regulations such as HIPAA, GDPR, and more, making it a great replacement for costly e-signature solutions.
As if the approval process isn't enough, you've got e-signatures.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. There's a question here. Is there documentation on how to set this up for users? This is from Dominic. And
I'm going to guess that's setting it up for the approval process.
yeah, what I can do is add the Google Help link on that
Hmm.
slide for you all. So
Perfect.
that will be there at the end of the presentation for you to look at.
You're the
Straight from
best.
Google. Yeah, we're a great team. So, all right. So we know we love to sprinkle a little bit of AI magic in every session that we do here so far. And in this segment, we've got a lot to cover. We're going to talk about some AI features that you may or may not have known existed in your Gmail. We're going to take a little look at some Gemini for Workspace action. And then we're going to venture into appointment scheduling all within this segment. Can we do it? Yeah, because we're efficient, right? So here we go. Here we go. AI features in Gmail. Now, you may be using this, you may not be using this in already, but have you ever typed in an email in Gmail and all of a sudden you get gray text? That's called Smart Compose. So it's not creating the email for you from scratch, but it is using machine learning to predict what you're going to say. And if you like what it says, if it matches your tone, hit tab and voila, it's made it for you. Okay. And we also have Smart Reply. You just don't see Smart Reply in Gmail. You also see it in Google Chat. And have you been in that experience where you're in a meeting and then someone sends you a chat or a Gmail and you're like, I'm in this meeting, but I want to respond to you really quickly? Well, you have three options that the AI, machine learning, again, is going to provide for you that you can then just click and send right away. That is an AI feature. Did you know? Did you know? And it's been around for quite a while. And of course, you have the ability to turn that off, turn that on if you like it within the settings of your Gmail. But wait, there's more. Nudges is also an AI feature. And if you're like me, you always reply to an email once it hits your inbox. Always. Yeah, no, that's not me at all. You should see my inbox. That's why we're not going to go into my inbox in just a second. But if there's an email that you haven't replied to and the AI knows like, hey, you probably should reply to this because it was sent from Allison or Lori had sent it to you and you haven't replied yet, well, it's going to nudge it to the top of your email. So the AI picks up like which emails are deemed important and it's going to put it on the top of your list. Okay, what else? What else? But wait, there's more. There's tabbed inbox, y'all. Tabbed inbox is also an AI feature where the machine learning is categorizing your emails based on who it's sent from and what's in that email. If you're looking for that 40% off coupon to, I don't know, J. Crew, whatever, Adidas, it's probably going to be in your promotions tab. If you're looking at social media comments and posts, it's probably in your social tab. So again, these can also be removed and set however you like within the settings panel of your Gmail. So finding time to meet in Gmail. I love this feature. I'm so excited about to show you this. Now, finding time to meet in Gmail. Have you ever had that experience where you're emailing somebody and you're trying to figure out a time to meet, but then they respond back that they can't meet during that time? How about these times? And then you go back and forth, trying to make it happen. That's me on on a daily basis. Well, not really, but it has happened to me. So I'm going to show you this feature in Gmail called Finding Time to Meet. And like I said, I'm not going to go to my Gmail because my Gmail's a mess. I'm not an inbox zero type of person. So we're going to go to our beloved Babs. Look how clean her Gmail is. Babs is our company poodle, and she has her own Gmail. And check it out, inbox zero. She's got a few promotions up here, but hey, we're going to ignore those for now. So let me show you this. Finding a time to meet in Gmail. I'm going to compose, and we are going to, Allison and I, because Allison has a poodle named Gary, right? They're going to meet up. They're going to meet up at a pickleball meetup. I know. I said pickleball, and I have to mention it every time because I'm addicted to pickleball. So we're going to find a time to meet for some pickleball action. Babs the poodle, and I see Gary in your screen, Allison, right there. He's ready for some pickleball.
He
So
looks so excited.
He looks so excited. His ears perked up, and I can tell his tail is wagging. And we're going to set up a time to meet. When I click on that button there, see, it says here. It's that's what the feature's called. Set up a time to meet. And I can either offer times that I'm free or create an event. When I create an event, I'm saying we're meeting at this time. You're either there, you're not there. But I like the democratic process, so we're going to offer times that I'm free. All right. So I clicked on that button. My calendar panel pops up on the right. We're actually going to meet on Saturday. Okay, that's this Saturday. And there's always time for some pickleball. And we're going to play for 2 hours, Gary and Babs, all day from 8 o'clock all the way. Oops, I'm moving that around. Let me try that again. I'm going to click this button right here and I can stretch it out. 8 to, let's say, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Hold on. 6 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Yeah, you have those times, and you can see the time segments blocked off, right? If I change this to 1 hour, it's going to change it to an hour here. Okay. But no, we need 2 hours to enjoy a pickleball match meetup. Okay. I'm going to hit next. And then I'm going to provide it some details. It's going to be in person at my favorite place to play pickleball, Chicken and Pickle. Let's see if it's going to show up. There it is. Chicken and Pickle. All right. Add it to email. And this interface is just beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Allison's going to receive this, and they're going to decide the best time to meet. Once Gary picks the correct date, it's going to then populate in our calendars. Now, we tried this by sending this to 2 different people. It works best with one-to-one meets, because if you have 2 people in this email, the first person to respond will be the only person who has it in their calendar. The other person is just out of luck. It's like, what's going on? They're not wanting to meet pickleball with me, but because you're too slow. So you have to do. It's best. It works well with a one-to-one. Man, do you love that feature?
Love it.
I can hear people screaming from around the world, like, yes, let me use it right now. What's pickleball? So, okay. That's it about that feature. So I'm going to close out of that and move back to the presentation. Here we go.
Ooh, I like
Allison,
this.
It's your turn.
Excited. So we just looked at how you can schedule those meetings, put those times out for just like one person. But what if, and this happens so much in education, what if you need to meet with more than one person, but at whatever time? So parent meetings or student PBL times where you want to meet, and you need them to pick from your availability, but you don't want to have to manage back and forth emails saying, okay, does this time, oh no, someone already took that time. You don't want to have that overlap. Appointment schedules. This is how it's just going to save the day here. So appointment schedules is a way for you to create a booking page. Super official. You get to even send out this beautiful booking page. If you thought that was beautiful within for time to meet, you get a whole page of that, Daryl.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, Daryl, let's go back to your calendar.
Okay, we're going to go to Bab's calendar because she's very organized.
Nice and clean.
Nice and clean.
Nice and clean. So to create this appointment schedule and create your booking page, you're going to click on Create, your top left there, up, and then go down to Appointment Schedule.
Appointment Schedule. Gotcha.
Yes. And you'll see here, you want to give it a title, because that's not only what's going to show up in the calendar, that's also going to show up at the top of your booking page.
I like the PBL, Project-Based Learning Meetup with Mr. Legaspi, because...
Yes, so you're meeting with your students, you want to give them a time period, but you don't want to have to manage who is at what time. You want to give them some options, right?
Yeah.
How long do you want to meet with
Give
them?
them the
So
agency to
that's
decide when they want to meet with
yeah,
you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to meet this week, but your appointment duration. So you're going to change that. You probably
Oh
don't want to meet
gosh.
with the group for an hour.
No, I don't have time. I don't have time to meet. So I'm thinking like 5
So you
minutes.
can go down to custom and
Okay, let's go
customize
there.
that. So
Let's
if it
see.
doesn't have your timing there,
So
so change
5
that to
minutes
minutes.
just to brief me on what's going on with their project. I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
okay,
those little
done. Oh,
updates.
look how tiny those
And
are.
ooh,
Oh,
that's
that's
a
a
lot
lot.
of meetings there. We're going to adjust that, don't worry.
Let's
So
do
your
that.
general availability, this is where you can have it repeat weekly, or you could even change that to just be a single day with that drop
Let's
down
just
where
do
it says
like
repeat
let's do a
weekly.
Monday, Wednesday.
So then you're going to want to get rid of the other days there. You can
Okay,
just remove them and you can change the times on those days too. So maybe on Monday you want to meet before school or
gotcha.
after school and planning. So
Let's do a little
maybe
bit
your first
earlier
time,
to 8 and then right before lunch. How about that? Would be
good
like,
idea.
I don't know, 11 o'clock.
Yes. And what if you want another time period, but on
Oh,
Mondays?
okay.
You can
So,
click that plus
okay.
and add another time period to that
Okay.
day.
So
So
let's
maybe
do
it's an
like
after school or
1
something.
o'clock to, let's say, 4 p.m.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
busy.
ignoring
Wow.
lunch. Yeah. And so you can do the same thing. You can copy that over to Wednesday if you want, which would copy the time to all, or you can just go adjust Wednesdays to
Got
be
you.
whatever
You know
time.
what?
So
We'll just do Monday.
just Monday. All right. Let's keep scrolling down and look at some of our other settings
Okay.
here before we save that.
Okay.
So you can change your scheduling window. So if you want to say you need some time beforehand to know that it's happening, you can
Oh,
say the
got you.
minimum time and the maximum time in advance. So you can change that. You can also change a specific date's availability. So maybe on Wednesday, May 1st, or Monday, May 1st, whatever date, you have something that you can't meet, you're going to be out that day, you can change that specific date's
Oh, okay.
availability.
Convenient. Love that. Okay.
Yes. And then here's another great thing where it says booked appointment settings. Let's look at those settings.
Okay.
This is where you can have buffer time. So
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
you need, so since your
I
meetings
didn't
are
I
only
didn't think
5
about that.
minutes,
Yes, I need
yeah,
some time in between. Okay.
maybe you need at least like 10 minutes between each just to, you know,
I want
collect your thoughts.
7 minutes. Actually, that's
Perfect.
not gonna make a pretty calendar. Let's just do 5. Just 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. And then maybe you want a maximum amount of bookings per day. So
Yeah,
you're
let's
like,
keep it
okay,
at
this is great, but mentally I can only handle like 8
I can
meetings
handle
these
14.
days.
Such a
You are
specific number.
handling a lot. You can also, where it says calendars, you can click on calendars. You can avoid scheduling conflicts with your other calendars. So you don't want to have to go back and say, oh, oops, they
Oh,
scheduled
smart.
over another
Okay.
time. You can
Got
add
you.
other calendars to
Mhm.
avoid those scheduling conflicts. And last on this page, you can add a co host. So maybe you want to co host with someone else. You can add someone there too.
Okay. So then I'm gonna increase my number to like 20 now because I'm sharing this with people.
Yes,
Good.
absolutely. Then let's click next and look at the rest of our settings here. So
Okay,
you
let's
can
click
change
there.
your booking page photo and name. You can go down to location and conferencing. Where are you meeting?
We're gonna
Let's
meet
select how we're meeting.
in the classroom, of
So if you're
course.
doing parent conferences, that Google Meet option is perfect. It gives so many more options there. So
Cool.
in the classroom, perfect. You can add a description here. That's going to show up not only in your booking page, but it's also going to show up in your confirmation emails. So if you need to add additional information, if it's for a parent, or if it's for PBL, maybe you need to
Mhm.
make sure that they have certain things that they're bringing with them to the meeting with the group. And
Gotcha.
then, love this part, you're going to love this, the booking form.
The booking form.
You can, when they go to choose a time, they have to fill out a little customized form. And this is where you can say what you want in it. So if you're
Ah,
meeting
okay.
with PBL, maybe they have a group name, or maybe you're saying what project they're working on. So you can have a custom item here and say it's required, and they will have to fill that part out to send it. Maybe it's a status of where they are. If you're meeting with parents, maybe it's
Mhm.
another phone number. You want to make
Gotcha.
sure you have an updated phone number or email address or whoever else they're coming with. And then last but not least is your booking confirmation, email and reminders. You can scroll down to that very last option there.
Okay.
And do you want them to get an email reminder about their appointment that they've booked? How far out do you want it? So you can change that to an hour, a day, 5 minutes before. So are they going
Every 10 minutes for my students. They'll
Yeah,
just ignore the email, but
exactly. And then click save.
Okay, love it.
And you'll see now you have a lovely little calendar with a booking page. If you click on
I'll just
that
open that.
open booking page,
So
look
clean. I
how
love it.
pretty. And so you'll
Ah!
see that you have lots of booking
I have a
time.
lot of availability. There's a lot of
You have a
availability,
lot of
but only
availability. But
14.
what's so lovely is that you're not going to have to worry about overbooking and,
Right, right.
kids scheduling the same time over each other. You're not having to manage that part anymore. It's just going to show up in in your calendar, their calendar, and it's a beautiful thing. And to send that, if you click share in that top
Share.
right, you can get a link, which is wonderful and all, but I love this part. You can
Mhm.
embed it in a website. So if you have a class
I love
website,
that.
you can embed that right there. Think about how lovely that is for not only PBL and meeting with students, but
Mhm.
parents.
Absolutely. I'm sure they
It's
appreciate that. It's all within
great.
your website. Yeah, love it.
Yes.
And we do have a question about
Okay.
this. Can appointment schedules be shared out to non-Gmail people, like parents, for those conferences? So do you have to have a Gmail account to complete the form?
You do not have to have a Gmail account, and there was an option to require email verification, I believe, and that would be, but you don't have to have that option. So that booking form is really what they are completing and sending it back. So you can put an email address on there, but it could be Hotmail, it could be whatever other email that they have. It does not have to be Gmail.
And then
Good
one
to
more
know.
question. Can more than one person book a time slot? So if you want to meet with 3 people at the same time, can 3 people all
That's a
pick
good
8 AM?
question.
That is a good question. So I don't believe so. I believe it's
Yeah, I
just the
think
one
it's just
person that's
1.
booking. I've never actually had that problem, but no, not that I know of. They would have to fill out the form together, or just one person would fill out that form, and then they could provide that other information in the booking. So maybe if
Yeah.
you're meeting with a group like that and you know that they're going to be coming in groups, your booking form, a good option would be to add other people attending as part
Perfect.
of your booking form so you know who else is coming at that time.
Or you could make another appointment calendar, couldn't you? And just say,
Oh, you could.
same people meet up with Mr. L2,
You
people
could.
Mr. L3. So they have an option. They have 3
You
different
could
booking calendars. Like, if this one's already full, try this one.
you
Mhm.
could create it that way too. And if you know someone else is coming to that same meeting, you could always go into that calendar invite and share that invite for that time with the other
Mhm.
people too. So you could go in there and share that.
I think I know the answer to the next question that just popped in. Can appointment slots be of different time durations? I believe that answer is no. I think all of those time slots have to be the same
Yeah.
length.
Yes.
Yep.
But if
Perfect.
I would say a great solution for that though is if you know, for example, if you know one group's going to need extended time, they could book more than one time with you.
That's good
That is
practice.
good. Yep.
It's a 5-minute slots. You book 2 of them. You're
Mhm.
good.
Yes,
I love that.
absolutely.
How empowering having them decide, like, when am I gonna meet with the teacher, opposed to the other way around, right? That's pretty cool. I
I
like
just
that.
think back to my time in the classroom. I would have loved this for meeting with parents.
Yeah,
Like,
same here.
it would have solved so many issues.
We're gonna give Gemini for Workspace for Education a little love today in this session, and all we can see this is in this beautiful GIF. There's going to be a Gemini for Workspace side panel within either Drive or Gmail, and this example I love. I haven't seen it in action except based on what I see here in this GIF. That's right, I said GIF. Okay, it's GIF. But
It's
what this individual is doing, he has a Google document, or he or she has a Google document open, and it's asking Gemini for Workspace to create a slide deck, a Google slide presentation on that information, and it's creating it on the fly. Wow.
I can't
With
wait for this.
Amazing.
graphs and charts and everything. So we see it here. It's a teaser. I know it's a tease, but if you have access to Gemini for Workspace, you will have this feature, this availability. AI to the rescue. Here we go. We're efficient. We're efficient. We've got about 6 minutes left, so we're gonna try to get through these sections rather quickly. Go ahead, Allison. What you got?
I mean, we're working on our time management,
We sure are.
right? So that's
God,
what we're going to jump into now is our time management and organization. I mean, what a good segue, right?
there you go.
So
Perfect.
let's go ahead and jump right on in. So the first thing here is your time insights. I don't know about you, but have you ever thought, "Ah, I'm just spending all the time in these meetings, and I want to know how much time I really am in these meetings. Well, Google's got you
All the time.
covered with time insights. So it's going to give you just like a little window into where you're spending your time. So let's go back to your calendar or Babs's calendar.
Alrighty, here I am.
All right. And so where's Time Insights? You might be wondering that. Well, it's in a little hidden spot over here. You have found it. And if you
Ta-da.
click right there in that line graph, and there's your Time Insights. It opens up a panel on the right, and you will see here how you're spending your time. So the first breakdown here is by type. So how are you spending? Do you schedule focus time? Babs does not have any focus time. She doesn't have anything scheduled here this week. You'll
What a
notice.
life.
I know, right? You'll notice these time insights. Right now, you are seeing it by the week, and that's because your calendar view is by week. If you were to change your calendar view to day, month, year, your time insights are also going to shift. So that is how you shift how you are seeing your time insights. And let's go back to week. It's just easier to view there. If you scroll down, you'll see how much time you're spending in meetings. So there is your answer to your question about how much time are you really spending in meetings? And also, who are the people you are meeting with? So maybe you're having to meet with one person a whole lot. And you're like, dude, I spent 8 hours in meetings with you this week. We've got to back off a little. So that's where you can find that information. Now, here comes my favorite part. Go ahead and scroll up and click on by color.
Here we go.
Everyone loves a little colorful calendar. Okay, maybe not everyone, but I love a colorful calendar.
If you're organized and you know what each color represents, then yes.
I know, yes. This is where your organization and color come in play here. So you'll see there that it says like project 1, personal team meeting, but you also see add a label. Daryl, click add a label.
Let's see.
Maybe you need to know how much time you are spending playing pickleball. Go ahead and click plus.
Let's do it. Yellow for pickleball.
And
it's banana.
Pickleball. Or sure. Banana color for pickleball. I would pick green, but that was just me.
Oh, because the pickle. I get it. Yes. I was wondering earlier. The green one? Oh, it's a pickle.
Pickles are green.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like, have they ever seen a pickleball before? They're not green. Okay, gotcha.
So let's add an event in your calendar, and let me show you how this works. So give that a title. It's the Pickleball Pal Meetup. Pickleball Poodles.
Pickleball Poodles.
All right. So down, go ahead and just create your event here.
Okay, gotcha.
Let's just save it. Right click on it. And look at that. Now you can click pickleball.
All right. I think I know what's going to happen here. Let me see.
Do you know?
Verify.
Ooh, I
got
needed the sound effect there.
And you get this too.
All right. So you'll see now pickleball shows up in your color chart there. So here is what I think when I see this. Maybe you are tracking how much time you are spending with a specific student. You are meeting one-on-one with them, and you are needing to track how much time you are actually spending with that student in one-on-one time. They're getting extra time for practice or enrichment. So you can track that here. You can give that student a color and track it right within your calendar, or just different types of meetings. And so this allows you to not just have a color for your whole calendar, but break those colors up for the types of things that are within your work calendar.
Gotcha. I love that. That's very insightful. And while we're on this page, let's look at the next feature really quick.
Yes, while we're here. Okay, so you may already be a fan of Google Task, but one thing that was always kind of hard was seeing it just in your side panel. I just want to highlight that. Look up there. Look up there, Daryl.
I clicked on it. I'm so excited.
There's that task button up there. Task now is in full screen. I don't know if that makes your little heart as happy as it does mine, but you can see your task in full screen. So you can create and everything right from this and see everything. I always love that you can, in task, you can have a task and subtask and information. It connects to your calendar. What other wonderful things can we do with task? So that is just, I just wanted to highlight that.
That's great. It's giving me like Google Keep vibes because you can see everything, but now it's connected to the calendar. I love it. Task deserves the love that it's getting right now. Thank you for sharing that. All right,
Absolutely.
we're efficient. We're efficient. We're gonna try to squeeze this last feature in. Here we
We're
go.
gonna squeeze it in because look, I've given you screenshots.
Yeah.
So you can now save tab groups within Google Chrome. So it's just like you were creating tab groups before. You just right click and add a tab to a new group. And then now you have the option to toggle them on to save, which is great. Daryl's going to do that real quick with this one little tab. Cool stuff. So he's going to save it. And then what you can also do is hide the group. And when you save and hide the group, it shows up in your bookmarks bar. So
There it
saving
is.
it shows up in both places, tab list and the bar. And if he goes up to the top, again to the top group, right click and do that hide group. Now it's only going to show up in your bookmarks bar. So just another little
Love it.
enhancement for efficiency if you like to use a lot of tabs.
And I realized I do use it. I have one right there.
Yeah, you sure
Thank you.
do.
I love it. Okay, we're
One
good.
more. There is one more webinar
Just
next
one
week. Make sure
more.
to join us for Fostering Inclusive Learning Environments with Google. And that's it. That's a
That's
wrap.
it. That's a wrap. Well, we're 1 minute over, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We're good.
We did it.
We did it. Oh,
We'll work on our
how
time
much
management.
fun. All the features are great. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go after this, organize my calendar and start grouping them by color.
Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.